Hey guys, welcome back to Nikke. In today's video, I wanted to talk about wishlist and maybe adjusting your wishlist into the lead up of the point where you may get stuck on your progression based on the heroes you have. So at the moment, most people who started at global will probably have a bunch of SR units up here in their top leveled in their synchro device, unless they've had dupes of SSRs. Now, we put these guys in here because they can level up to 160 because you have so many dupes and you've got the max dupe down. However, SSR units max level is level 200, meaning that you will get capped at level 160 with these guys. Now, for my account, it's still a fair way off. I started 4 days in, so maybe some of you other guys free to play that started at launch, maybe you're getting close to 120 level. Now, even though it is a little bit off, I just want to get you guys' mind around this just so you can start preparing, because when you get to 160, to get your whole team above 160, you will need at least 5 SSR units at 3-star. So that's why I wanted to go on the wish list. I wanted to go through the wish list and talk about my basically no-brainer options in each faction for the wish list, and leave you guys with some flex slots that you can either use for just waifus that you like, or for units that you may already have pulled dupes of that could benefit you by getting more dupes. And I'll show you my examples in that in a second. So let's firstly jump over, we'll go to the wish list and I'll show you my no-brainers. Now, the other thing on top of this is your mileage from the standard banner. It might be worth holding on to that until you actually get to, if we go to the shop here, because me as free to play, I still don't have enough mileage to actually buy a unit. But if we go over to this one here, so your mileage is what you're going to get dupes with. And me personally, I'm going to hold on to all of my mileage until I'm at that 160 point, because if you use them early and then you would have pulled dupes of that character anyway, that it's going to limit you on what you can progress. So just keep that in mind. I'd be holding out on spending my mileage until I can get to level 160 with my characters, so that I can possibly make all the make my 5 characters to 3-star to keep progressing. So let's jump back over to the wish list and take a look. So jump into recruit, and I'll give you guys my no-brainers, the units that I just think are good. And now keep in mind, there is a lot of bugs in the game. There's a lot of things that feel like they might need a rework, like the whole damage formula, the way crit is just horrible. But these units I'm going to put in here as my no-brainers are units that I think even if stuff changes, they will still be good units. So first one over here, when we look at Elysion, Privity to me is a no-brainer. One, she's a great unit, she's more of a supportive burst 3 in my opinion, not a main damage dealing burst 3, but fantastic support nonetheless. And the other thing is, we all get a free copy of her, so the dupe is going to be really nice for getting us towards having characters at 3 stars. So she is the first one. Honestly, you could almost just leave it there. The other one that I would semi-call a no-brainer, this is a no-brainer for me at least, is Polly. I think she's a fantastic burst 2 unit, especially if you've got different flex burst 2s. I think she's really good at the moment. I think she would stay good even after the update, even if attack isn't as great, because she provides some offensive pressure plus some defensive capabilities. Yes, she's on a 40-second cooldown, so you need to use another burst 2. I think she's decent. So those 2 are the 2 that I would say definitely put in. Like I said, the rest of the slots, up to you. Whatever you want to do, like whether you want to pick waifus and stuff like that, or just units that you like. Me personally, I've never had a Brid on my wish list, but I've pulled, I think the 2 molds that I've gotten an SSR from have both been Brid. So I would put her on there just to try and finalize my dupes, because I've already got 1 dupe on her. So if I get 2 more copies of her, that gives me one of my 3-star units ready to go. Other units that aren't bad, I actually like Yunhua. I know a lot of people don't, but I personally really like her. Guillotine, if you're lacking DPS options, by this stage of the game, you've probably got a DPS option, so if Guillotine's not it, you can probably pass up. I do like Miranda. Signal's not too bad, not the craziest. Emma as a healer, it's pretty much whatever you like. So for me, on my account, I'm going to put the Brid in there because obviously I want to get a copy. And I like Maiden, so I'm just going to throw a Maiden in there. That is going to be my my wish list at the moment. Now, something else you could do, if you've maybe pulled a dupe of Diesel already, you could throw Diesel in there. She gets decent in the later game, and she's going to contribute to trying to get those dupes as well, because you'd already have a copy of her for free. But if you've already got her to 1-star from pulls, I would definitely put her in the wish list, trying to get her to 3-star. So that is that one. Next up on the no-brainers for Missilus, this one for me is going to be Lita. Just fantastic. Obviously, she's crazy tier 0 right now because of the way attack scales. But I think nonetheless, she'll still be good because of the way she reduces burst skill cooldowns. And then Pepper, honestly, is a no-brainer for me in this one, because Pepper is just so strong at support. Even though she does have, if to use her, you're going to replace Lita, but for some battles where you want that support, she's absolutely fantastic, especially when you can cancel her reloading. And the other one in this one for me would be Drake. She's just a fantastic damage dealer, great for the Gravedigger and stuff like that. So just an all-around fantastic unit, and I think a lot of people will get good value out of Drake, and she is another one of those no-brainers. Now at the moment, Uni is bugged where she can provide infinite ammo, so she's a good one at the moment. I don't think it should be as valuable if they fix it, so just keep that in mind. That's one that I would just, you know, if you're looking at it right now, but keep in mind that could change. Those would be my 3 no-brainers. Now, for you, whatever else you want to put in, you go nuts, you put them in. For me personally, I already have a Uni copy, so I'm just going to go Uni to try and get those dupes. Plus, she's not a horrible unit even when she does get fixed, but she's just not the best. And then for me, I already have a Julia, and I'm going to put Julia in there because this is me being anticipative. Is that a word? I don't even know. One, I just love Julia. And 2, I hope they fix crit in the game. And if they fix crit in the game, I feel like Julia is going to be like a very high tier unit in the game. But like I said, at the moment, crit is broken. So that is my wish list. Once again, those 2 I have a copy of already, so I may as well go for those dupes. And nothing else in here screams must have to me. Something like Epinal is pretty decent. Honestly, I don't mind Epinal as well. If I didn't have either of these 2, I'd probably go that. But that is where my wish list is going to stay at the moment. Confirm that. The next one, we're going to go into Tetra. So the no-brainers for Tetra, pretty much for me, is going to be volume. Obviously, very similar to Lita, but just the secondary option. Plus, if crit does become more of a thing, then Lita may even overtake. I'm sorry, volume may overtake Lita. We don't know, but she's still a fantastic unit nonetheless to have. The next one is going to be Dollar. Dollar is just top tier burst 2, pretty much. That's it. And then from there, you can flex it out. Now, those are my 2 absolute no-brainers. My next 2 semi-no-brainers would be Novel, because she's just a great burst 2 as well. Fantastic for dealing damage to bosses. And then Eula, because Eula's just really strong with her attack buff. It's a massive attack buff. Yes, that gets nerfed when attack goes down, but I still think she's a great supportive burst 3 unit. But you don't have to have those if you've got too many waifus in here that you want. But those 2 are great ones for me, and those I will have on my list. Now, we do have Rupee broken at the moment, where she provides, like, if you've got a buff that doesn't stack, she will leave it at 1 stack and basically provide you with infinite buff of your buff. So she's completely broken at the moment, but it's only for iron units. So if you're using iron units, she's fantastic. But yeah, I still think she'll be viable in iron teams later on, but at the moment, that's where she really shines. You've got Ludmilla, who doesn't actually taunt at the moment. She's not bad. I'm not a huge Ludmilla fan anyway. And then you've got a bunch of other things. For me, I've already got Arya at 1-star. So my next one is going to be Arya, once again, focusing on trying to get to those 5 3-star units. So that is going to be my wish list at the moment. Like I said, guys, it's a while away. If we look at my account at the moment, you know, I'm only at level 101. So I've probably got 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks. I don't know how much it's going to scale as free to play, getting resources, but I've got a lot of resources to get. And I need to get 5 characters. By the time we get to level 160, I need 5 of them to 3-star. So as you can see, I've got Arya at 1-star, Polly at 1-star, and who was the other one? And Brid at 1-star. So I'm leaving those guys on my wish list. Polly is one I would have anyway. The other 2 I probably wouldn't have on my wish list, but I have them there because I've got the stars, and if I can get 2 more stars, it's going to stop me getting stuck at that level 160. But hopefully that makes some sense to you guys. Like I said, my no-brainers are ones that I just think they're going to be fantastic no matter where the game goes. And then you've got some flex spots for units you've got dupes of already, or just your waifus. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.